Hit me with it.
Well, here is the Tekky Toys, I think 2009 or 10, Insane Serial Killer. He is one of the like 5 or 6 animatronics I got in that lot of like, yeah, a bunch of them. And he's probably in the worst condition, besides the Gemmy Posable Reaper, but I already completely restored him. I had to, my father and I essentially had to rebuild his body connection, and I had to rewire his battery compartment because everything was corroded. But anyway, back to him. He's the most fucked up. Firstly, his body it doesn't lock into place anymore. The snap is broken. His base, holy shit, it is so fucking filthy. There's a bunch of dirt on his shirt too. And for some reason, his face is completely bashed in, and the head is cracked. And yeah, it's really bad. And besides that, he barely thrashes. Thankfully, he's not fried, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. When I found him, he was chilling in a bin upside down, disconnected from his base, under a couple of other things. So I'm surprised he's not like fried or anything. But fun fact, he actually has the original try me button right here that you would hold to hear his audio when he would be in the box. Yeah, I'll turn him on. Oh, 2009, I didn't see that. Yep, on the tag right there. Anyway, let me see. I'll turn him on. Hello? Yeah, that mech is really loud. You can probably hear it. And he also doesn't thrash great, but at the same time, I also think that that's just because of the older mechanism. Like Death Row, he was designed, this one specifically at least, was designed with the thrashing clown mechanism, which was different and thrashed way better, and it was a lot better quality. He has still the classic thrashing mechanism, so he seems like he's warming up a little bit. He was thrashing way less yesterday, so I'm going to try to just kind of run him a bunch of times and see how that goes. But mainly the things I got to fix are his head, his clothes are fucked, I got to clean everything up, and yeah, so update in a bit. Well, first things first, I got to clean this piece of shit. Alright, let's see here. 70s vacuum always does the trick. Alright, that's about all I can vacuum. And then the rest I'm just gonna kind of wipe them off. Call me the shoe shiner, because when I'm done with his shoes, they're gonna shine. God, this base is disgusting. See that shit? Ew. Whew. Yikes. Doesn't look like much else of this is dirty. I think it was specifically over there. He's got the old foot pad harness too. This is my first animatronic to actually have that old Tekky foot pad harness. Interesting. Alright. Well, that's about that. All needs to be cleaned on the base. So, let me see about this mechanism, see if there's anything wrong that I can tell. I've never worked in one of these types of mechs before. I have a Death Row, but it's one of the newer models, so I never really needed to do any work on it. Alright, keep you updated. So right now I'm debating on two things. One, should I glue the snap to lock thing back into place? Because it's not like it will fly off. He doesn't thrash as much as Death Row. Not even close, so it's not like it's gonna fly off of his body or anything, but it still does turn. So should I try gluing that, or should I just kind of leave it how it is, because how it is fine? Honestly, I think I'll just probably leave it how it is. It's not like it affects him at all. Oh, there we go. I got it on an angle where it's a bit tighter. Okay. Well, anyway, the big problem with him also is his clothes. Like, these ropes and shit, they get tangled around everything. So, I don't think I can really get into the mechanism. Well, I can get into it back here. But, like, that's still too much effort that I don't really care to put in. Because, like, you know, he works. He's not as violent as Death Row, but I don't expect him to be. You know? He's not being electrocuted. He's just a guy, essentially. Let me see. I don't know why the mechanism's covered in cloth. It's kind of like how the Hauntress has that completely useless, like, plastic, shitty-ass shell over her mechanism. I don't know why. How do I take this out? Oh, like that. Why is there a piece of cardboard? What the hell? What is this doing? Is this not doing anything? It looks like it was just kind of jammed in here. It was glued on. Is this from the factory? What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna at least try oiling the motors, or the motor, a little bit. See if I can get him moving a little bit faster, because I'm assuming since, you know, he hasn't moved in like, probably about like 5 years. That's probably a little bit of the reason why he's so slow. Cool. Alright. Seems like the gears are fine since he's moving right. Does he have a belt? I don't know if these guys have belts or not. But I'll probably figure that out later on. So, anyway, I gotta fix his head now. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do about his head. Because you can see, well, you can't see actually. Now you can see that it's like completely cracked and broken apart. Fuck. So maybe I can, and his face is also like punched inwards. So what I want to try to do is I want to try to push the face out a little bit. But the thing is that it always still wants to go back in. And I have no way to really secure it. Maybe I can hold it here for a minute and just kind of let the plastic get used to it. Because it's pretty, like, bendy plastic. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap if I do this. Like, you can see it's, like, squishy. And bad. Which makes sense. Alright, let's see. For the back of his head, it's fucked. I'm not even going to try to glue it together, because honestly, there's not enough to glue. There's not enough pieces still chilling in there to glue it back together at all. At least glue it back together and make it look good in any way. But I think I'll just kind of put a cloth on the back of his head. Oop. I wonder if I could jam something in here to kind of keep his head going forward. Huh. Also, he does have a motion sensor in here for some fucking reason. I don't know why they gave these props motion sensors. Death Row has one too, but it's in his mouth, and probably Thrashing Clown. That's too big. What about the Game Boy Advance? Guys, I found a use for the Game Boy Advance. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, head's holding on by a thread at this point. Maybe a Game Boy Pocket. Is that any shorter? Yes. Guess we did not find a use for a Game Boy Advance. There we go. Okay. So now, let me take the camera off the tripod. I got that chilling in there, and hopefully what that can do is, since that's kind of balanced like that, it's pushing the face out a bit more. So hopefully if I do that long enough, it'll kind of remold out there. And then I'm going to try to glue like this part of the head back on, but then I'm just going to kind of put like cloth on the back of the head or something, just to make it look good. So yeah, probably in a couple of hours I'll see how this guy's doing with the Game Boy method. Oh, how I love janky ass repairs. He's been chilling here for probably about like 20 minutes. My dad had an ingenious idea of gluing this back on and then taping over like the rest of the spots where it's open, and then filling it with expanding foam so that it kind of pushes the head out and it doesn't like squish inwards. So I'm gonna try that. I will have to get expanding foam, which will probably take like a day or two. So I don't know when this will be uploaded, and so I'll activate him later today, hopefully, maybe. Just once his face gets used to being like this. I'm not sure. Featuring Dad. For some reason, he just kind of had some expanding foam laying around, so we're just gonna hey. So yeah, him being the stand-up guy he is, he's hot gluing his head on, and then we're gonna tape up the gashes on the head. And the Game Boy's out. It seems like it worked pretty well. His face is at least more out, to the point where it's not like completely caved in. So yeah. More updates once we get the foam in there. I got my flashlight on the tripod right now, and what we're gonna do is we've glued the head onto the mask, and we're gonna try taping up and gluing up more of these holes in the back of his head. And then we're debating putting the expanding foam in, because if we...
That's hot. Fuck.
You good?
Yeah, it's burning my skin.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Maybe just, like, don't.
No, yeah, no shit.
But anyway, so we're debating putting the foam in or not, because if it expands too much, it will probably blow his face off. But I think we're okay. And besides, the plastic molding has gotten a lot better now. At least it doesn't look like his face entirely caved in. It just looks like he kind of broke his nose, which I'm okay with. So, yeah, once I'm done. Got anything to add?
No.
Okay. Update. We got the skull back together, and we decided not to put expanding foam in there, because I'm okay with him looking like he kind of got punched in the nose. It makes sense. He is an insane serial killer after all. So I'm going to plug him in and run him for the first time after the restoration. Hello? Oh, it's not on.
Oh, nice.
He moves around a bit better now. Oh, actually he moves around a lot better.
Good one.
Yeah. He's not supposed to move around as fast as Death Row, realistically. Because it's not like he's being electrocuted, he's just kind of trying to get out.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, I like him. Alright. Well, that was a very successful restoration of this guy. Thank you for your help, Dad.
You're welcome.
You got anything to say before you?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
You got anything else to say, huh?
I think it was awesome.
I know, right? It was radical.
It was awesome.
That was so cool.
It was awesome.
Oh my God.